With respect to first-time home buyers, there's always a right way and a wrong way to do everything. And in trying to improve your credit scores so that you can qualify for a home, there is a better way. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ninja hacks that most people don't know about to help you improve your scores, whether they be something that's not qualifying yet. Let's say it's below 580 and you need to get to at least 620, or you're already around 620. We want to get you to 680 so you can get better pricing, more access to different down payment assistance programs, whatever the case. Watch it all the way through. I'm going to give you some good examples, hopefully along the way. Hit the like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and let's kick off this rodeo right now. Hi, folks. I'm Kevin Fagan. I'm the Mortgage Patriot on your side, nestled here in the hill country above San Antonio, Texas, serving all you proud Texans and all you great folks around the country. So another great one. Why? Because as I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about how to improve your credit scores quickly. Either if you're unqualified now, we're going to take you to a state of being qualified, or if you're already qualified now, to take you to just a higher score altogether. That way you can get maybe access to more programs, access to down payment assistance, better complement of options at your availability. So it never hurts to have a better score. We're going to show all that through the video. So hit the like and subscribe if you would. It helps me really bring up my content to help educate you. After this video, go back and reference this one because this was a very good video I did on improving your scores as well. I go over some of the same similar material, but not all. So that's good. That's a good second video, if you would, after this one. So anyway, let's get into that content right now. So for hack number 1 or ninja trick number 1, it is adding your rental history or a utility or a phone bill to your credit report. Because think about this. Scores are based largely upon, obviously staying current with your vendors. But if you've been making payments to something like your property manager or your apartment complex, and a lot of times those people do not report to the credit bureaus. So you have a history there. Let's say you've been living in your apartment for 3 years. You have a 3-year history, and I'm assuming you've been paying on time. You got a good 3-year history that's not being utilized or shown on your credit report. So there's companies in America, I can give you my favorite one at the end of this, that will call up your property manager and gather back that 3-year history in our example and add it to your credit report. So those now the trade bureaus have an additional trade line, which they didn't have, that's in your name already, that you've established great credit for. The same is true for, they could do it for a water bill or electric bill or even a phone bill. So if you have a Verizon bill, for example, you've been paying off for 5 years, that same company will contact you, gather that information, add that to the credit report, and now you have an added trade line with good history. And guess what, folks? This works every time. And I mean 100% of the time, not 99% of the time, 100% of the time. And it bumps up your scores immediately, 20, 40, even maybe higher, depending on how long that history is. The longer the history, the more the bump. So incredible way to do it is attaching trade lines that weren't already on your report to your report now. Incredible hack. Now that's my number 1 go-to ninja trick for improving scores, but there is a cost, just so you know. It might be about $80 to $90, almost $100, depending on how many people you're going to put on the report. Then you might pay $8 to $10 a month. Worth every freaking penny. You're probably all in for about $150 total, and it's going to raise your scores right away within 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the reporting cycle timeline. So that aside, now ninja trick number 2, authorized users. An authorized user is simply someone that allows you to use their credit history or card. In this case, usually it's somebody that, that's related to you. It might be a family member, it might be a spouse, might be a relative. But what you want to do is have them put you as an authorized user for their card. You do not need to use the card at all. All you're doing is trying to piggyback off of their history. So let's take an example. Let's take your mother or your father. They want to help you out. Your scores are 590. We got to get you to at least 620, but hopefully 640. So we're going to move it 50 points. You call up one of your parents, and they've got lo and behold, they've got a Bank One card, a Capital One card, whatever it is. And let's say it's 5 years old. And here's the key. They have to have low utilization on it, meaning they can't be maxed out on their card. That's going to hurt your scores. You want a card that's got, let's say, a credit limit of 1,000, but maybe they're at zero balance, or they're less than 30%, certainly, but they're less than even maybe 10%. So maybe they got $50 as a balance with a credit limit of 1,000. So the utilization is 5% in that example. That will help you. So All they have to do is call up the card company and say, I want to allow my daughter or my son to be an authorized user on this account. And that's all it is. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to use the card. You can tell them, hey, as soon as I get qualified and I close on my home, you can take me right off the card. But what happens is, as soon as the reporting cycle hits again, that trade line of theirs is going to be on your report now. And all those 5 years of fine history now bump up your score 15, 20, maybe 30 points, but depending on how long, again, their history is. Incredible hack, absolutely legal. It's called Authorized User. I'll show you how to do that. Just a quick aside before we get into the ninja trick number 3, and let's look at this right here, webinar.themortgagepatriot.com. Webinar.themortgagepatriot.com. What is that? That's my Thursday evening's webinar to first-time homebuyers, where I take you from start to finish. And I mean start to finish. I mean pre-approval all the way to engaging a loan officer, engaging a realtor, what to do when you're under contract, how to negotiate all during those phases, what to do as we get the clear to close and you go into the title and what the documents are being presented before you to the time you get your keys. So start to finish, from pre-approval to keys, you're going to want to understand the process because this is the biggest investment of your life. So click on that webinar.themortgagepatriot.com, sign up for our Thursday evening webinar. It lasts about 50 minutes with questions and answers. After that, it might take an hour. You'll learn more than you could possibly learn. I show you real documents. I show you everything. So it's quite a bit of education, and you'll really feel comfortable and confident going forward and trying to buy your first home. So look out for that and sign up for that if you would. I hope to see you there. Let's talk about ninja trick number 3, credit hack number 3, and that is the use of secured credit cards. What do they do? Well, there's not going to be quite as dynamic as the first 2 strategies, but it fits the role of, let's say your scores are below 600 and you can't get a new card because your scores are so low. They're not accepting you. Well, a secured card uses your own money as collateral to then extend to you credit. So for example, I'll put a link in the description below. This company will allow you they'll take $200, they'll put it of your money, put it as collateral for a card that then extends to you $200 of credit because nobody else will accept you. This is the way to start building credit. Now, the thing is, because the credit's short, it won't have as much impact, but here's how you use it. Listen very carefully. Use it every week for everything. Buy groceries, buy gas. But here's the key. Pay it off, not once a month, pay it off weekly. Every week, get in the habit of paying it off Friday or Saturday or Sunday over the weekend. After about 2 months, your credit is going to improve. And it might even help. You might even have 2. It doesn't hurt to even have 2 of these if you can afford to put up $400 as backing for 2 cards that are $200 each. It's a great trick, and it will establish credit for you for those that can't do it otherwise. Keep that in mind. So let me give you a couple of do's and a couple of do nots to quickly improve your credit scores so you put yourself in a very good place of qualifying. So number 1, do pay down your credit cards or revolving accounts to below, if you can, below 10%. If you can't manage that, then the first tier is get them below 30%. So if you have a card that's $1,000 credit limit, we want to get that current balance below 300. And then if you can't afford it, get it to below 100. That's below 10% usage. That moves your scores nicely. Do number 2. If you can, and you have a good history, let's say a card that's been 5 years old, $1,000 credit limit, maybe a $600 balance, call up the credit company and ask them to increase your credit limit. If they take it from 1,000 to 500, then now your utilization, even though you got the same balance of 600, your utilization looks different, looks lower, and your score will increase. So that's a nice little trick right there. A couple of do nots. Do not close anything. Do not close a credit card that is problematic for you. Maybe it's had some collection history, what have you. It's got a large balance or even got a zero balance. Doesn't matter. Do not close it. It does not help you in the short term. It lowers your scores, believe it or not. Secondly, do not pay any installment loan to zero. Let's say you're paying on your car is $300 a month. You got 8 more payments. You just want to try to get, unless your loan officer, absolutely like myself, absolutely says you've got to do that to get your DTI down, your debt to income down. Do not pay any dollars on an installment loan. Just keep paying it monthly as regular. So with those 4 and the 3 ninja tips on top of that, you should have no problem moving your scores adequately to a point where you're ready to move on to a home purchase. So I'm Kevin Fagan. Here's that website, once again, webinar.themortgagepatriot.com. Sign up for that Thursday evening webinar. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn how to save money. I'm going to show you the best down payment assistance programs. I'm going to show you how to minimize your cash to close, everything. So sign up for that, and I'll see you on the other side. Kevin Fagan, Mortgage Patriot, on your side.